All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1002 on this beautiful, what is it, 1102 on this beautiful Monday evening. We are back over the weekend. We had a great weekend. I hope you all did too, preparing for the heat in Southern California. But if you are in the Midwest, prayers and thoughts are definitely with you as you guys are going through some crazy storms, some deadly storms. So we hope everybody is okay. We've got a lot of Kona studiers in the Midwest, so take care, shelter, whatever they tell you to do, do that. So we will definitely be thinking about you. Tonight on the Monday on the Studying Brew, we are going to do, as we always do, we're going to do some techniques. We're going to do some strategies. We're going to do some keywords. We're going to be looking at those keywords in those questions on those quizzes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It is something that we do that is different than everybody else. We don't just teach content. We teach you how to systematically break down quizzes, how to master exams for the SIE 6, 63, 26, 65, and Series 7. So if you're studying for those securities, we got you on this edge and definitely for the free. Welcome, welcome. My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over here at Kona. Felt like I'm strapped to this desk from morning till night today. But you're not here for me and my problems. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. And we'll be talking about a pass notice tonight. So if you are on, you definitely want to catch something we're going to be talking about, which is always the pass notice. And guys, we say it all the time. It's not about the content. It's a lot more than just the content. And tonight we are going to break down those quiz questions and how to break through with those key words. Literally learning how to really separate yourself when you are quizzing, because you need to like get out of the way of your own self. And a lot of times it's a lot easier when you're just looking for keywords instead of going through paragraphs of a question and paragraphs of answers, right, Brandy?
Yes.
Anything you want to add to that?
Oh, you're good.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna go through some questions tonight, and we're gonna get through it. Um, what was I gonna add? Oh, we do have some sad news that will show up in a minute, but we will not have the Studying Brew tomorrow night. So we will not be on tomorrow night. We got to be parents and have to be there for our daughter's choir. It might be her last singing performance of her lifetime. I don't know. I don't want to be dramatic about it, but I don't see her doing choir after this year. But you never know. You never know. Um, who knows? But we're going to be there for her, and so it's going to be fun. Uh, we are going to let's get to it, Brandy. Let's just go. We got too much to do. We got so much to get through. It is one heck of a night, and we're going to try to keep it to that 30 minutes. But I do want to say thank you to everybody who is on the free. This is just a free sample of the stuff we do in the members. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, please share, let a person know. It might change their whole view on how to get these things done. Like I said, there's lots of different ways that people go through this stuff. A lot of people focus on content. They focus on these boot camps. They focus on let's go over chapter one more time, and they really drill that stuff over and over again. We're not that. We're not that. We are not that. We have an edge. And look, it's fine. Everybody has their own way of getting through content and all this stuff, and you can find the content on the internet. We all know how to do that, right? Um, I would like to say Brandy breaks it down in a very systematic way and way she teaches you, because she knows how much you need to know, so that way you can really get through these exams and these quiz questions with what you need to know to get a pass notice. That is the main focus of everything. And most people fall in that, that area where they just need that edge to just bump them up a little bit. I know there's some people that have had attempts and they're like at that 68, 67, 66. And even some people who don't really do the Kona, even though they are doing Kona, you got to really do the Kona, which is in those live exam sessions that we have throughout the week, those exam mastery sessions that we have. We let you guys do the content on your own through your own videos when you're a member, but those live sessions are so key when you're in those with Brandy, or if you're watching the replays. She's showing you exactly how to master those exams, so that way you can raise your scores. But more importantly is you go in there and you just get that extra edge you need to just get that thing done on the first go, right? Or at least get this thing done within your attempts so you can move on,
Yes.
right? And I'm telling you, if you follow the program the way it's designed, it's going to help you out immensely. So if you haven't joined us yet, if you haven't checked us out, scan the QR code and get on there. Check out that video. There's a little orientation video that shows you on how the ins and outs of how Kona works. and all the different stuff we have and the options and everything else. So, and by the way, it's awesome because we used to be a victim of the Apple 30% tax when you try to sign up with with the Patreon app. It's gone. Well, it's still there, but now Patreon is able to put on there like, no, this is what we were charging, and they let you have that other option and going, okay, I don't need to pay that extra 30%. So that is cool. So I would go check out all the different options we have available. We literally have it for a party of two at Carl's Jr. You can get started at. That is as low as we go, right? I think that's what the going rate at Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, what is Whataburger? Anyways, depends where you're at in this country. You can get that $50 started right there as low as, and then Brandy can go as high as $500. This depends on how much you need and how much you want her to help you out. And we got all those different options. So check it out. Books for sale, SIE 663 2665. We have interactive videos that only work if you are a member. So you can get those videos to work. Otherwise, you can have the book still. You have all that printed material. You still have all the keywords that like we're going to go over tonight. All that stuff is still in there, easy to read, simple, really replaces any LEMs that some people might be reading. You can throw those out. And from what I understand from somebody, a real live person who bought the 65, the Series 65 book, they said it lowered their blood pressure by quite a bit.
Yes.
It might save your life. Check out those books.
Sleeps better too.
Sleeps better too. All around, just good for you.
Yeah.
Kona community on the Discord. Check that out. Brandy's been active over there answering a lot of questions. So post questions, get questions answered. You can do message Brandy direct. And you can join that by scanning the QR code. Look for the link in there. All right. 951-290-3077. That's gonna be a call. Give me a text. Gmail at KonaButterflyz@gmail.com.
Wait, hold on. I crossed that off. It's moving. Hold on. Okay, we're good.
All right, just some from reminders tomorrow. Tomorrow we got those day sessions, SIE 6, Kona Study Hall, and the small group tutoring. We got you on all the different exam masteries, exam specific, as I like to call it. And Brandy's going to start that off with the SIE tomorrow and the Series 6. She's going to teach just a little bit of content just to show you how much little you don't need to know. And then she's going to open up a quiz or take some quiz questions and show you really how to master or as I like to say, apply the knowledge. You can get all this content in your brains, but if you're not learning how to apply it and how to like read those questions and how to get those answers, Brandy's going to show you how to do that. Just as a reminder, no studying brew tomorrow night.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. If you're not following us on Instagram, I wish you would. I tell you what, because when they send me a picture and they let me know, guess what, Brandy?
Yeah.
I add another one to the Kona Hall of Fame because we got a PASSER. Yes, we do. We got a PASSER. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is a big one. This is a Series 63 pass notice. Congratulations to Elliot Joelson on passing the Series 63. I think he's on right now. So if you want to give him a shout out, you can do that in the chat. I don't know if he wants to talk. Brandy didn't let me know.
No,
He didn't, and Elliot didn't say in the chat. So I'm just going to read you what he said. But I want to say this: congratulations on getting the Series 63. This man faced a lot of adversity. I talked to his what do I want to say? His manager. How do you describe it? Upline. If you're in Primerica world, you know what we're talking about, right? She was like, yeah, he went through a lot, and it was quite a feat to get this thing done. I'm telling you guys, it was up against the wall on this, and from what I understand, he's a perfect person for this business, and will really put this license to use. Fully licensed, right, Randy? Fully licensed, ready to use it. This is what Elliot had to say. It says, hi, Andy. Hope all is good. I finally got a pass notice on the Series 63 this afternoon. I've been occupied with a few personal things, so I've been listening to the recordings. This test felt like a completely different animal as I was really struggling with the need for speed on my previous tests. But I felt what got me over the hump on this one was I spent more emphasis on keyword connections, like we're going to do tonight, on why wrong practice test on my why wrong practice test. So he said, number one, spent more emphasis on keyword connections on my why wrongs practice tests. Number two, emphasis on literal and common sense meanings with the ethics and communication sections.
Yes.
Beautifully said. Three, the study guide really helped me this time with so many moving parts. This time I had to step back and understand what's going on and overall with the USA Reg, BDs, IAs, and admin. Brandy understands all that.
I got you. I got you.
and what's trying to be accomplished and how it's all related. That helped avoid confusions and test question traps so I could more easily implement Kona test taking techniques. Sorry, he didn't poorly write this. I am having a hard time reading because my glasses aren't on. I apologize. Um, as always, I really appreciate you and Brandy's help, insights, and ability of communicating the information. All the best, Elliot. P.S. Hope not to be a stranger for the Series 26. Yeah. Let's get that Series 26. Congratulations. Principal up next. Your office is super excited about you getting this thing done. So, and we are very excited about getting this thing done. And if we want to talk after the brew for a minute, we got some time. Love to touch base with you and say hi again. But congratulations to this man, Elliot Joelson, on passing the Series 63. Anything you want to add to his journey? Because we were with him all the way from SIE 663.
Yeah, we were.
Anything you want to add, Brandy?
He was a ninja studier. He had it, used everything that we had.
Didn't always on the lives, but he always used all the recordings and all the replays and everything that we had in the archives and definitely asked some questions here and there. But for the most part, Elliot, you're the man. Tonight, you are the man.
Yes.
Fully licensed and ready to go.
Let's go.
And listen, if you want to be fully licensed too, and you want to get 1, 2, 3 like you see on the screen, let's go. Let's get into the Kona catchphrase. Let's get into the keywords. As Elliot said, it was one of the first things he put in how we got this pass notice was keyword connections in those why wrong quizzes. And if you are confused on what a why wrong quiz is, then you ain't doing Kona yet. So scan the QR code, hit the links, join in. Friday, Brandy will be going over them why wrong quizzes, right? Doing a live quiz and show you how to get to that why wrong situation, get through that why wrong situation, right, Brandy?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. No securities vocabulary tonight. We're simply going to put some answers and questions up on the screen. I'm going to read them. You're going to put what you think are the keywords in the chat. Guys, we just want you to observe. Do you see two answers on there that are opposite of each other, similar to each other? Put that in there. Do you see one has a color in the answer? Literally, one says blue and the other one says white. Say that. Notice that. Does one of them have just a number, not written out, an actual number? Put that in there. Is one of the answers have an and in there? Put that in there. Is it look like one of them just doesn't make sense? Put that in there. Do you see some words and you know some words that aren't even securities related, but you know that, what do I want to say?
Stand out as being unique per answer choice.
Put that in there. Put that in there. Stop trying to master Q banks. Start learning how to systematically break this stuff down and observe what these answers and questions are asking you, and you start with these keywords. Then we're going to put the question up on the screen. Same thing. Don't shout out just what the answer is in the chat or on your paper. We want you to go ahead and put on there, like, I see this question is asking this. It's an accept. It's a this. It's a that. That's what we want you to notice. That's what's important. And then we'll go over the answer together. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Much funner when you guys play along. D, common stock. C, municipal securities. B, corporate bonds. A, private placements. A, private placement. It is private, not public. I think that's important, right? If it's not public, it's private.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Corporate.
No securities vocabulary.
Belongs to a business, right? It's a business if it's corporate. It's not municipalities.
Yeah.
Municipalities are like I relate to the stuff a city or town or anything needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taxes taxed on us. Then they go, we're gonna go fix that road. I guess. I don't know. I guess it's a bond that's different. But municipalities, thinking too much. Parks, stuff like that.
Yes.
Anything they're missing?
Yeah, that
They're missing a lot.
A is not a security. It is an action.
Anything else?
Not we're good.
I think. Are we muted? I think
No,
we're muted.
people. Diana's answering
Oh,
stuff.
only Diana has her audio on. Come on, come on, people.
And Eric.
The official statement serves as a disclosure document in a new offering of new offer. Thank you. That is a key word. Official. Thank you. Is that all we need to know?
Yeah. So it's official. It's like an official statement.
The official statement.
Maybe I went, thank you. Officials work in the municipal building. That's what I was thinking too. Like this sounds official.
Wow. I would have never put that together, to be honest with you.
Really?
That is not something my brain would have ever connected in a million years. I am just going to be honest with everyone. Sometimes I like to say, I agree with you, Brandy. I'm not saying there isn't a person that didn't make that connection. We'll never know, but at least one on here did.
You know what? That's what this is about. Guys, this is about taking a guess based on the words on the screen. That's exactly what it is.
And look, this is something you could do to like help you if you have no idea what this question's even asking or what any of these things were, or maybe you forgot a lot of the stuff in the content. I guess that's a way to really make that municipal and official thing connect. I would write that down. I would have never guessed that. Go ahead. Go to the next one. Let's try the next one. Maybe we'll connect on this one. If she first provides broker dealer a with written notification, C, under no circumstances. B, if she provides broker dealer a with verbal notification within a reasonable amount of time before the beginning of employment with broker dealer. B, A, if she sends duplicate pay stubs to both firms. I'm gonna guess this is about compensation of some sort.
Two firms.
Two firms. She's somehow working
in two firms.
in two firms.
Mm-hmm. That's what A and B.
Yeah. A seems dumb. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like that'd be a legit thing. Let me see your pay stubs. I don't know about that. Seems like there'd be more official stuff.
There we go. Verbal.
Yeah, verbal doesn't seem right.
These two are similar.
Well, one's verbal, one's written. Written seems more honest.
Right.
If you're doing something, it probably needs to be in writing.
Well, and I mean, I don't think this is content necessarily, but since this is a highly regulated industry, I don't think we're going off of verbals.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like that's how I looked at it.
Hey, I spit in my hand. She shook on it.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Everything's good.
Doesn't work here.
What's the question?
Oh, my bad.
A registered person who associated with broker dealer A can accept employment with broker dealer B. Yes, need written.
Yeah.
Written employment. There you go.
Exactly. See? Look, I didn't even look at the question.
You didn't give keywords for the question either. But that's okay. Political risk, legislative risk, business risk, regulatory risk. We always got to have some sort of risk. So risks are out. So now I would like to say, we just kind of go, what does political mean?
Right.
Non-securities. What does political mean? I always think of like presidents or something like that. Governments. Government change.
Yeah.
Legislative is laws they make that could affect you, right? Business, a business, not the whole system, just a business. and regulation. I don't know how else to break that down.
That's perfect. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And rules, right? Dun, 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 dun,
I guess D would be more rules, B would be laws.
right.
There's a difference.
There is. Legislative means there's probably some court involved.
Yeah, like your office might have a rule about, like, I don't know, don't pee on the ground in the bathroom.
That's a rule.
That's a rule.
It's a regulatory.
You can't go to prison for it.
Right.
It's not a law.
Right.
Although sometimes I feel like.
These are all, if you guys were going based on content, these are all non-systematic. So
As a result of a change in the FDA's review standards, FDA, a pharmaceutical company has been denied approval for a new drug and has seen a significant decline in value. This is the result of. This is a trick question, Brandy. This is a tricky one in here. A pharmaceutical company.
but the change, but it wasn't due to the company, it was due to the FDA review.
The rules.
Right.
Got it. Due to regulation.
Due to the regulation.
Who else was thinking company? You were wrong.
Because look at right here. Look at right here. Grammatically, guys, as a result of a change in the FDA.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
That's why it's a rule.
Keywords Monday.
Yes. Keyword.
D, retrospective pricing. C, preliminary pricing. B, market pricing. A, forward pricing.
Next.
Market, the whole thing. The pricing of the whole market, I guess.
Yeah.
Preliminary pricing, before.
Before. Retrospective is very weird, but
because it's not before.
But what does it? What
Means
picture does it paint?
Back in history.
Like historic, right?
Historically, back before.
Yeah. Previous.
Preliminary means like something's going to come out in the future, but this is before it comes right out in the future, like a sneak peek preview, like you do in the movies, you know, on Thursday before it goes out on Friday to everyone.
Yeah.
I guess that would be it.
Yeah.
That's the difference between a historic look back, I guess.
See, I don't see C and D being the same. Because
no.
Retrospective pricing is like, oh, you know, when they
see
do
them
a
as
throwback, like when they do a throwback, we're going to throw back to the 90s pricing, right?
I would almost see A and C more similar and C and D more opposite. But that's just me. Well, marketing is nowhere in the.
I feel like A and D are opposite. Like forward is the next and retrospective is behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, sure. Yep. What term is used to describe the pricing system where mutual fund transactions are processed based on the next NAV calculation after an order is received? Next, after, forward.
Does that make sense? Like, look at all of those unnecessary words right there.
It was almost an unnecessary conversation about what was opposite.
I know, but it was fun because it was retrospective.
Retrospective?
Actually, it was introspective.
In retrospective, we didn't need that conversation.
Yeah, but some people, what happens though is that some people will look at D and go, I don't know what that is, and then they stop looking at the words.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what that is.
Just trying to figure out what it is. Or they're like, C, preliminary, before. Like, you stop. You don't need to stop. Just, you might not even need it. In this case, we didn't need it.
But I would grab the study guide put out there by KonaButterflyz and notice that you have forward and next put together.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
That will help you out. Securities Act of 1933, C, Uniform Securities Act, B, Securities Exchange Act of 1934, A, Investment Company Act of 1940. A lot of acts. D is paper, but are we supposed to do that without?
Not supposed to do security.
Not supposed to do security. So what? So how do we do this without?
When we talk about keywords, oops, wrong tool here. When we're talking about keywords, that's what the keywords would be. Does that make sense? The keywords would be investment company, exchange, uniform, securities. Does that make sense? None of this other stuff, this no offense to history people out there.
Yes.
This is not a history lesson, right? When we're trying to match up keywords, what word is unique in each answer? And
Well, you don't need the dates.
Right.
Ensuring the investing public is fully informed about a security and its issuing company when shares are first sold in the primary market is covered under which of the following federal acts? First sold? None.
B is the third highest number. No. Oh, no, no.
About a security?
It's about a security, and that says securities. About a security, securities. It doesn't say anything about an investing company. It doesn't say anything about exchanging. It doesn't say anything about being the same. It just says a security. A security. Now I could get into a history lesson of you got to regulate the security before you regulate everything else. Hence why it's 1933 is the first one, the paper and the primary, but we no securities today.
But you're showing them how to do it without the securities.
Right. Okay, I had to do this one. I can.
You just do this one.
I could walk you guys.
You walk through that one because those don't make sense on keywords to me.
So this right here, we don't need to pay attention to this. I mean, we do, but we don't. We're picking two. That's all you really needed to know. Okay. And I went here first. I like this question personally. I like this question because I see M&A because that stands out, right? M&A, M&A. And then if you read one, it says merges or acquires. Isn't that what M and A sound like? M&A, merge, acquire. And that's simple. Okay. So 1, 1, 1. We like 1. Now 3 says an M&A is when one company does both the accounting and management. Why do you got to put the A and the M out of order? Do you guys see that? The A and the M are out of order, accounting and management. Guys, that's a huge hint that that's not an answer. Huge hint, not an answer. M-A, M-A, why did you go A and M? Doesn't work, okay? Boom. Then, I think we all know what a spinoff is, right? Like, we talk about shows, we talk about influencers, and then how, like, there'd be, like, 2 influencers doing a show together and then one they spin off and do their own, or a band, right? The lead singer spins off and does a solo career. We all know what spinoff means, right? So does that sound like when a company's debt is spinning out of control? No, that doesn't sound like spin off. It sounds like I'm spinning out of control, but it does not sound like a spin off. So I can cross off 4. But a spin off is when I divest. Divest is opposite of invest. That's it. Guys, that's it. The answer is 1 and 2, just based on the word M&A, merges, acquire, and spinoff. We know that that's when a band member goes solo. Boom, done. That's easy. That was easy. Like, you just look at the words. You just looked at the words. And honestly, can I say this?
Spin off when they go solo.
Yeah. Because, people don't watch TV anymore.
They don't watch like a spin off. What would be a good recent spin off? Can't think.
It would be the one with Sheldon, and then they had the young Sheldon, and then they spun it off to his brother.
Oh, yeah. Big Bang Theory.
There you go.
Oh, did not know.
Rugrats and All Grown Up. Exactly.
Oh yeah, and then there was what was that show called Blackish, and then they did Grown Upish or something like that, Grownish.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, See, that's it. So we all know what a spinoff is. So why we know that that's not spinning out of control.
All in the Family, Jefferson.
You get a little more relevant. I think 90% of the people on
Not my fault.
don't even know.
Not my fault.
Don't even. Anyways, that was the last one.
You don't know, now you know.
I did that for you NASA test takers, you 63ers, 65ers, 66ers, because we don't talk about 1, 2, 3, 4s very often, but your test is full of them. Sorry.
That's what we're talking about, Brandy. All right, we're talking about getting pass notices. Congratulations to Elliot on getting that thing done. Fully licensed, fully securities licensed, ready to go use. You're probably already ready to go if I was a guessing person. When you pass? Friday? Today is Monday. Probably by Wednesday.
No, probably by Wednesday.
Wednesday? Wednesday probably can do.
Depending on how fast your firm processes that stuff.
There you go. Might be that. All right, everybody. Before I get in trouble. Day sessions, yes, a go with the members. Studying brew, not happening tomorrow night. We will be back on Wednesday for the studying brew. We will do test taking techniques on a Wednesday. That's what we'll be doing. Same bat time, same bat channel. So remember, we'll be back Wednesday for the studying brew. But all I know is stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice finding keywords in your quizzes. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great one.